A Thursday, well, we have arts display. And on arts display this morning, we have Mr. George Babatunde Olufelo. Now, Mr. George began his professional career, or training rather, at Yaba College of Technology in 1988, and he handled several commissioned portraits, paintings, and also sculptures, including the NPA Cresta Papa. He is presently a senior tutor of visual arts at Lagos Anglican Girls Grammar School, Surulere. You are welcome, Mr. George. Good to have you here.
Happy to meet you.
Yes, indeed. And we can see that you have some of your samples, and there's one unique feature about your paintings or your art. It's that you have plenty of accolades when it comes to portraits. Am I correct, sir?
Yes, yes.
Why did you choose portraits as your form of expression?
It seems my lovers always give me something to do for them. They want their image. And since I will take my time to bring out the realism, they love, they recommend me to another people, and
oh, wow.
I do more
of
the portrait than...
So did you discover early in your profession that portraits were going to be your thing, or did that just, happen after a while?
Back to my secondary school days, I love scribbling from newspaper images of any picture. I start from there. Once I lay out on one newspaper, I'm able to bring it out real. So my interest keep on increasing until I later discover this is what I will do.
Okay. Yeah. So my next question, as an arts tutor, have you found out that it is much more difficult to teach portrait art than it is for perhaps maybe just any other thing? Structures, any other structure. Lines are easy to draw when they're straight, but when they're curved, especially with the human face, and is it more difficult to actually put together a portrait than it is structures?
It's not difficult in the sense that it's interest that matters. Like in my school now, I've seen some students with a little guide, they can do what I'm doing. But some are timid and say, no, I can't. I'm unable to do it. But those that push themselves a little bit and say, no, I can. With a little touch and little kind of
training or
you're able to pick up.
Yeah, we've got two of your samples here, and that's as good old-fashioned there.
Yes.
And of course, the president himself. And these are portraits that you have drawn on. What material is this?
Is oil on board.
Oil on board, okay.
Yes, it's oil canvas. I mean, oil colors.
Oil color on board.
Yes.
So your choice for board, is that specific? Because I noticed that when people make paintings on board, it's a bit like, it's real. It's almost like as if you can touch and feel the skin, or the texture is often affected. Is that a deliberate choice to use board?
I want it to be very homely, so that it will be smooth, and the alley will some people can not believe it is even hand or brush, because some of the brush stroke is neatly taken care. You hardly see much of strokes, and
it's beautiful. It's real.
Yes.
It's actually real. And the shadows, especially on fascia here, is very interesting. Now, you also had an engagement with the NPA. What was it exactly you designed for them? Am I correct? It was a design that you made for them?
Is the NPA crest.
NPA crest.
Then we asked to blow it to 10 feet size in the form of a sculpture.
Okay.
So, and the sculpture is erected in front of, is there. You can see.
That was you. You
I handled it.
You handled that.
Yes. And
to make something large scale from a little picture, how intense is that kind of work?
As part of our training, we have a way we'll scale and put it in a good proportion so that it will still be as real the image is.
But because I think it's harder. If you're giving something big and asked to scale it down, you can take a picture and put it on a map, a board with the lines and everything, and you can still get the same. The scales would be the same. But to make something bigger is the opposite. I don't know how you can map out where.
It's even easier. You just change the scale. If it is 1 to 3, you now change it to.
But you would be painting, I'm imagining, on a huge surface.
No, I must have planned my scale before I start.
All right.
Like, if I want to do this president to feel this whole your office, I will plan it. If it is 1 to 2 here, I can make it 1 to 6 and spread it.
That looks like a lot of work, let me say. I wish that I had continued in my artistic endeavors myself. Maybe I'd be I don't know, half as good as you. Well, Mr. George, it's great to have you here inside the studio with your material and also your experience. And is the MPA crest still looking?
It's still there. It's still there.
I live in Festac. I'll just mosey on down something.
Yes, on that of power.
Thank you very much, Mr. George. And do stay tuned. We have still more here for Wake Up Nigeria. The kitchen has already started bringing out those sweet aromas that we always have here every morning. And with Chef Mo in the studio, you can always expect that the food is always also very exciting itself and jumping out of the pot. But please, how exciting is our kitchen right now?